In Season 5, Episode 7 of Gilmore Girls, Rory discovers a secret society at Yale University called the Life and Death Brigade. She learns that this society's catchphrase is Omnia Paratus, which in Latin means ready for anything. Rory is able to gain an invitation to a secret outing with this society, where Logan Huntsberger, one of their members, convinces her to participate in a slightly dangerous stunt by reasoning that an Omnia Paratus is not just a catchphrase, but literally a way of life. He argues that people can live 100 years without really living for a minute, and if Rory takes a risk and steps out of her comfort zone, then it's one less minute that she hasn't lived. Logan challenges Rory to actually live her life instead of just being a bystander. And being the Gilmore Girls fanatic that I am, I decided to make an Omnia Paratus my motto for this semester. Before I got to Cape Town, I promised myself that I would say yes to as many new experiences as I could. I would make the most of every opportunity that was offered to me, and I would do my best to be ready for anything. I was worried that I would get so focused on everyday life and getting into a routine in this new place that I wouldn't actually experience Cape Town. I promised myself that I wouldn't let this happen, that I would do the things that scared me and gave me thrills, and may even be a little out of character for the small town college life that I live back home. Now believe me, there were times when an Omnia Paratus was the farthest thing from my mind. There were days when I'd be so overwhelmed by the newness and the change that all I would want would be to go home and watch Netflix. And there were days when I took the study part of studying abroad a little too seriously, and the only things I saw those days were the library. But little did I know that when I fought back against my fears and my cravings for the familiar, and when I embraced all that an Omnia Paratus stands for, I would experience things that I didn't think I was capable of. I played with lemurs and stayed out way too late. I went to concerts and formed some amazing friendships, and I lived with a family that started out as total strangers and learned how to integrate myself into their home dynamic. I bungee jumped off a bridge and rode an elephant. I conquered my fear of heights and drank a lot of instant coffee. I literally and figuratively climbed mountains. And surprisingly, I learned a lot about the small moments too. About the moments when the train is running late, and the moments when I just got to sit on the beach and read a book. The moments where I was in class and learned more about South Africa's history, and the moments where I started my day sitting on the jammy steps, drinking a cup of coffee. I learned that even in the smallest of moments, no matter how insignificant they may seem, if I took the time to notice them and to embrace their fullness, that I could live a life worthy of the Life and Death Brigade. Overall, this semester has been crazy and emotional and thrilling and profound and beautiful. It's been spiritual and a dream and a whirlwind and exciting and new and inspiring and fun and adventurous. But sometimes it's also been confusing and tiring and anxiety-ridden and draining. But I can say that I embraced an Omnia Paratus this semester, and honestly, I don't think I've ever felt more alive.